A vegetarian is a person who doesn't eat meat and sometimes other animal products for moral, religious, or health reasons. I didn't do it for any of those. The earliest records of people being vegetarian as a concept and practice go as far back as the 8th century BCE. So why did I go vegetarian for 30 days? Well, your guess is as good as mine. It was either the beginning or around the middle of December where I decided that I wanted to try this. It wasn't for any specific reason. I guess I just wanted to try something and spice up my diet, I guess. So here are my findings, I guess you could say. First and foremost, I was a big meat eater and I still am. I don't eat bacon or anything else like that. I mostly just eat chicken. Anyway, I found that my diet was all of a sudden more limited than I expected. Almost everything I ate had some type of meat in it, and now I had to find a way around that. No burgers, no chicken strips, which are a staple in my diet, no lasagna, or basically anything else I was used to eating. The truth is that I was very unprepared. You know the saying that goes, if you're gonna buy something, then you should wait at least a month to see if you actually need it? Well, I didn't do any research regarding the topic. One day I just woke up and I wanted to be a vegetarian. And when I say I didn't do any research, I really mean I didn't do any research. I didn't look into alternatives, I didn't look up any recipes, I didn't look up any tips that people had or anything that people found to be useful. I didn't make smoothies, I didn't do any of that. I was literally just winging it every day for lunch and dinner. One thing that did happen is that I ended up eating more vegetables than I was used to, and it's something that I rarely do. I was basically forced to buy vegetables because there wasn't really anything much else to get. Rice and mixed vegetables were a staple over the course of the month, which I didn't mind, although it was kind of bland. Some soy sauce did give it a little, extra flavor, but overall I give it like a 6 out of 10. I also did have a ton of pasta. One thing that did happen was that my belly didn't feel as heavy after eating compared to having a non-vegetarian meal. Usually after having a regular meal, my belly would feel kind of heavy and I just want to sit down and not do anything for a while I digest. But over the course of January, I found that I felt a little lighter after eating and I could go be a little bit active if I wanted to. I did find that I was a little hungrier than usual, and I'm assuming because meat is more dense, so I guess you get a more filling feeling. I also found that my energy level stayed the same, even though I thought I'd have a little bit more energy considering the foods I was eating. Quick disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist, so I just wanted to throw that out there. One thing I wish I knew before doing this experiment is that smoothies are a major part of a vegetarian's diet. I read multiple articles about people having smoothies as a snack or even as an alternative to a meal, so that's one thing that I wish I did. One thing I wish I did before doing this was research. Like I said earlier, my diet for the month consisted of rice, vegetables, pasta, and cereal. A 1-minute Google search shows vegetarian recipes and it shows pizza, lasagna, honey roasted potatoes, and countless other recipes. So that's another thing that I wish I did before trying this. Before you do try this, I do suggest looking into the health pros and cons, because some potentially bad things can happen, like not getting enough protein, not getting enough vitamin B, or iron, or zinc, and probably omega-3s. Some pros are that you're at a lower risk of getting heart disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. There are obviously some pros and cons to being vegetarian, just like with anything, but some of them hold more weight than others. For example, you could not do any research like I did, but for whatever reason, you knew a bunch of vegetarian recipes. So you wouldn't have a problem with that, whereas I did. Overall, I'd say that this experiment made me think way more about what I was eating, and I have a newfound respect for vegans and vegetarians. If I had to rate this experiment, probably give it like a 7 out of 10. And as always, thanks for watching.